Okay. It is Thursday, I think. And I think it's 7 p.m. Eastern in around 10 seconds. So for those watching in the future, this is the present. Welcome in. I decided to start the stream off reading this article by Will from Play Scrabble called The Best Scrabble Players in the World, Volume 2. It's the second volume. But the first volume, it's all the players everyone knows, you know? So this one's about Panyapon, Jesse Day, and Austin. Austin is the only player to have ever won championships in both North America and the UK. Huh. Very cool. Very, very cool. I didn't realize that. Who's not Jake? Not Jake always sending who is not Jake? Okay, did this work? This did work. Okay. So we're playing not Jake. Hey, not Jake. Is not Jake Jake or is not Jake not Jake? That is my question. I think Will was referring to not Jake as Jake. So why did he name himself not Jake? Why would you mislead the community in this way? That's a troll move right there. Anyways, let's see if we can take not Jake down. Ah, hogging. I mean, everybody is free to send challenges, you know? Like, that's a bit loud, isn't it? Oh, let me just do something real quick. So that we don't get interrupted by something. Okay, that should be good. Sorry if there's a little lag spike there. Yeah, people are free to challenge. Don't feel bad that you're the only one challenging. Everybody else needs to challenge. All right, we didn't get much to work with. We do have the M hook on the M. It's the only way to score. I see Jake has opened vertically with all of the opening theory that is recommended. Putting consonants next to double letters. All good. All good stuff here. So we don't have an E hook for dime, S hook for dims. I guess I'm thinking about this play. Ema seems like my best score here. Can almost play. Oh, I can play Wadi on the other side. That's a little bit less, but the leave is better. The W is not good. The M and P have decent synergy. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead with Wadi. All right. How's it going, Chess Bunzo? How's it going, Krebsy? Yeah, well, this is every Thursday, man. Every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. We're here. It's true that my last stream on my individual channel was at a very late hour, and I can only assume that will continue. That's basically when I stream these days on my own channel. Hey Mitch Bear, hey Listeam. But there was a huge issue in my last Scrabble stream on my own channel. There was a humongous issue that nobody figured out except those that didn't have a voice to to tell me what was going on. It was the first time I was ever in sub only mode, and I didn't realize it and none of my viewers realized it, and so many people were subbed to the channel that I didn't think anything was amok. Except then I got a raid, a large raid, a large channel raided my channel, and nobody was saying anything, and I was so confused. Thought everyone had like fallen asleep or something. And it just turns out Smurphonics subbing to the Scrabble channel. Thank you, Smurphonics. Second month in a row. Anyways, it turns out I was in sub only mode, which meant that nobody coming from the raid could communicate with me. And there were telltale signs of this. And those signs were obviously nobody but subscribers and VIPs and mods chatting, but also few people that weren't chatting at all were um, were unlocking a channel point reward, the cheapest one. And I was confused as to why. I was like, are people really concerned with my posture? It was a posture check thing. It was very weird, but I never put two and two together. And so I was in sub only mode for my entire stream throughout a raid. So bad. Terrible, terrible streamer form. And yeah, I only figured it out when the person who raided me sent me a whisper and said, "Oh, you were in sub only mode. I'm not sure you realized." It was really embarrassing, super embarrassing, and I'm going to live with that embarrassment for quite some time now. And now the reason that I was in sub only mode is actually because of WTF, one of the longtime Scrabble stream viewers, one of the top supporters of Scrabble on Twitch. Um, he is the reason I was in sub only mode. Now, does somebody have any clues as to why he might be the reason I was in sub only mode? That is my question. Even though we're on a different channel here, but people familiar with Twitch and maybe familiar with me might figure out why I was in sub only mode. Hello to Churro. Hello to Blue Skies. And hello, of course, to Wander15. Welcome here. Welcome in. Wander15. It's really good to have you here. All of the love that you have for me is coming back to you and more. He's a VIP in my chat and spam. Okay, that's basically it. So the reason I was in sub only mode is I've been putting my stream on Streamlabs in sub only mode to record YouTube videos, because I've been using my chat in my YouTube videos to put my definition bot. So sometimes during a game that I'm analyzing, I'll put up a word that's in question to define it or to check it. And if somebody sees me active in my own chat, they might want to chat with me. And that's exactly what WTF does. WTF, when he sees me just in my chat when I'm not streaming, he always says something. And I noticed that he wasn't subscribed. So I thought that putting it in sub only mode would prevent that from happening and, like, I guess, tarnishing a YouTube video that I was recording. And unfortunately, that's not true because he's VIP. So VIPs can chat in sub only mode. So my whole endeavor was a failure. And then it all came crashing down. So that's my story. That's my storytelling for the day. I guess I can also talk about other things. What should I do here, for example? Should I play Yeti? Probably. Probably better than YA. This gives me a chance of drawing a scoring tile, which YA doesn't really. So yeah, let's do this. He could have, Jake, or not Jake, could have played EYE at L3 for a lot more, so I'm lucky he didn't see that. Hello, Dustin. Welcome. In any case, um, that is what happened on my most recent stream on my personal Twitch channel, and I will be embarrassed for a while. And I guess I shouldn't even put things in sub only mode because it doesn't even work. Maybe emote only mode? That might work. And then I would be able to figure out that I was in emote only mode. If I leave it on for the next stream, it'll be very easy to tell that I'm in emote only mode. So yeah, everybody's generosity is that's who I'm blaming for what happened. Everybody being too generous. Of course not. Wander enabled sub only mode. Oh, iota did fit, Mitch Bear. You're correct. I saw the word iota and I saw, oh, it makes Oppo. I did not see iota at L3. That might have been another option for sure. There are the emotes coming through from Chess Bunzo. But I definitely missed that play. At the very least, I should have talked about it if I'd seen it. So now do I play agio? Agio is one of those extremely useful vowel dumping words that you'll see over and over again in Scrabble. I was looking, I thought I had like a play here, but I don't see it. So I think it's agio. All right, so score is kind of tied. I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage here, considering that my rack is worse than average and it's not my turn. Those are follower emotes, Chess Bunzo. Smurphonics, I do not run this channel. I appear on it every Thursday. It is run by Scopely, the creators of PlayScrabble.com. And by that I mean it's pretty much run by Wander15. Who is this actually? The real channel's star. Not me. He's saying I'm the channel's star. That's completely absurd. If it weren't for Wander15, there would be no Axer typo on Twitch. Thank you, Mage Gino, for following. Oh, actually, okay. Wander15's cats are the stars of Scrabble. I'm willing to concede that as long as it means that I am not going to be told that I am the star of this channel. But yeah, Tactics also a star. And hi, Patchy, Lord of the Rings. Good to see you. But yeah, Smurphonics. I appear every Thursday. We have Wander15 streaming every Tuesday and beyond. Sometimes there are special streams at the moment. And the channel is very new from this year. So we'll see it grow steadily for a very long time, I think. With maybe new influencers coming in at some point. Not the same old. With other events being sponsored by Scopely that will appear on this channel if there's live coverage, which there should be at any sponsored events. And yeah, just anything that's going on in the Scrabble world should be somehow on Twitch, should be somehow related to the official Scrabble Twitch channel at some point. But we're in very early days, and we already have 719 followers. School Scrabble next weekend is true. That is true. That is happening on this channel. I didn't put two and two together. There's going to be a live broadcast in 9 days' time of the 2022, the return of the National School Scrabble Championship. I am so excited to watch the coverage. Last time there was a school Scrabble championship was in 2019. Um, I was one of the members of the commentary team. So was Wanderer 15. We had a blast. Um, However, this is going to be even better because I won't have to commentate. I can just watch this time. I won't have to. I won't have to be constantly trying to think of things to say. I don't really struggle at that, but it's gonna be really nice to have a backseat role for once in this sort of thing. And the commentatrixes. Am I allowed to announce the commentary team? The commentatrixes? Is it two people? Will? Um in July? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hello Arlong. Hello Binac. When I say worse than average, what exactly is an average rack? That is a really good question, Binac. I do not know how to explain precisely what an average rack is. I just have an idea in my mind of what isn't an average rack. I think an average rack is a rack where you can score, if I were to put it into words, it's a rack where you can score an average amount of points and leave yourself with an average of 0 on your. I guess it's a rack where you can score an average amount of points on average over an average of turns. Something like that. Um, Anyways, I got a nice L to play Kalugo here. It is kind of dangerous. It's probably Jake probably has an S, but I have to go for this play. It's has to be better than everything else in the position. Yeah, what is an average rack? It's not. I wouldn't say it's a rack that's worth 0 points. I don't like. We have we have quantified values for racks and rack leaves and groups of letters and individual letters. But I think it would be inaccurate to qualify an average rack as a rack that's worth 0. I don't know if Wander 15 agrees with me on that, but I think if you have a rack that's worth 0, that doesn't mean it's an average rack. I think most racks, I don't know. I don't know what their point value would be. I think their point value would not be that important in the context of what I'm talking about. I think their point value would be secondary to what I'm trying to convey when I'm saying average rack. What I'm trying to convey is that most of the time, if you have a random rack, your rack is either better or worse or average. That's all I'm trying to say. Retina Q? Maybe? Could be. It's a really, really good question, Binac. I really appreciate that question, actually. Made me think a lot. All right, should we fish here? Should we fish? Should we fish, Dustin? Is this a good fish? I think it's a pretty good fish. I don't know. I see why you made your other comment. Okay, five. I mean, 5 is pretty good as well. My average score after 5, I would say that this is a better than average rack, by the way. I'm gonna have to qualify every rack now. I would say that my average score after 5 is a lot better than average. So I'm scoring 32 now, which is kind of like an average score. And I'm likely to be able to score 45 here, 45 here. So my average score is probably almost 50 points after 5. Let's just play fish. I think no, I think that rack is better than average. Just because of its potential. But that's true that that sort of contradicts what I'm trying to say. How do you call an average rack average when the board is involved in the calculation? I don't know. It's sort of the same thing. It's sort of the same thing in chess. Um, in chess, you have a position, and that position is like close to equal, or winning, or losing, or something. And it doesn't necessarily depend on the material imbalance. Who has the better pieces is important. Who has the better pawns, who has the better king, etc. But you can't really, when people say, "Oh, I think I'm a bit better here in chess," there's so much that goes into that thought. Like you have to look at basically everything that's happening on the board and make a decision whether you think you're doing better than your opponent or not. And that might not even mean you're going to win the game, and you might be wrong too. There might be something you overlooked in the position. So when I say that CEGILOOU, how many letters is that? No, no L. CEGIOOU is a worse than average rack. Like, what does that even mean? That's what Binek was asking. Okay. We got a very nice spot to bingo here. So let's play the content. Content bingo for 97. Open a big spot of EWE, open a big S spot here. And look at this. I would say this is better than average rack. I don't know, list team. That's what I said. Basically, my short answer is I don't really know. What I'm trying to say is if you had a distribution of values of what racks are valued at, it wouldn't be, the average wouldn't be zero, I don't think. So that's why I would hesitate to say that a rack that has a value of zero is an average rack. Um, so you have to use some other quantification. And what quantification is that? I don't know. Yeah, additional parameters. But the thing is when I say average rack, I'm trying not to rely on those parameters, Krebsy. I'm trying to just say, oh, these letters are worse than average. And I don't know what that comes from. So now I'm just questioning everything. It's not deterministic like chess is. That's true, Mr. B, and welcome into the stream. All right, see you, Arlong. See you later. Does my program show me the most points you can get? Some programs do that. The programs that I use as a Scrabble player do not do that. They often will show me the highest scoring play just because said play tends to be very good in a position. But sometimes the highest scoring play is a bad play, and it won't necessarily show me that play. Because it's based on what tiles you're leaving plus the score you're getting. So if you're making a play that scores 50 points but leaves you with the VVUU, play that scores 30 points and doesn't do that is probably going to be better. All right, I need to act. I don't have anywhere to play the Q, really. I could play Souk. Fish. I guess I just play host. Oh, we drew the Z. Hello, Sir Fink. And hello, New Nits. Welcome in to both of you. It is good to have you here. You've struggled seeing a full rack word. Yeah, so a full rack word we call either a bonus or a bingo. Those give you an extra 50 points, and those will often be shown shown by the software we use. Very nice find of Carnival by Not Jake. Although it does give back a huge play to us. So I think we're gonna go for this one. Zarf. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I think that's the first time that's ever happened to me. The computer's like, no. And we drew a U. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Oh, Arlong's back. Arlong, that was a short lurk. Water 15 says, I was assuming that we were evaluating racks by their likelihood to be average across a wide range of positions. Fishtail! Nice play. Oh, so cool. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to wrap my head around what that means. What Wanderer is saying. But let me try to find a play first. We got some nice plays going on here. All right, maybe I just play jog. I can play my Q off later, right? Yeah, I have enough spots for the Q. So I think I'm gonna play jog here. And maybe get a better Q play? I don't think I did. Equine. I guess we always have Qua here. And wow, not Jake. Or Jake has no... He has maybe one vowel. Unfortunate. This isn't a word. This is Collins, right? I think it's Collins. So fishtail, yeah. Host probably could have been extended too. But fish is way more likely to have been extended. Fishtail. Oh, my Q disappeared. There it is. All right. I guess I'm gonna play equine. Oops. Oh, I cannot type. And yeah, maybe I'm gonna draw the O though. Yeah, there was a 50% chance I was drawing the O there, just based on not Jake's play. I mean, I'm definitely happy to draw it because it means he has no vowels, but it's, I think, one of the only draws that would not have left me with an outplay, which is kind of the idea of playing equine, leaving myself with two, so that if I drew any of these B, F, L, P, R, S letters, I would have had an outplay. But yeah, Flux is very good. Very, very good. Okay. High scoring game for both of us. I guess I just play OE. And what's his next move? Maybe just POS or BOS in this spot. Something like that. Oh, we have a match request from Churro. Awesome. Yeah, Oreo. I did see Oreo. I did see it. I should have mentioned Bish. Okay. Slightly worse than optimal. 10 seconds. Where's my best spot for the O? I don't know if that was my best spot. Was that my best spot? Maybe it was. Good game, Jake. Nice words. Fishtail. Carnival. Beautiful, beautiful plays there. I just had too much luck with Wavelet and Zarf. Yeah, okay, let me try to adjust chat here. So I'm gonna play Churro in just a sec. Wander says, I was assuming, so we're talking about what does an average rack look like? I was assuming that we were evaluating racks by their likelihood to be average across a wide range of positions. That's what I was assuming too. But now I question that because when I say my rack isn't is less or more average, it's sort of like I want it to relate to an average position, but I don't think it does. I think I already immediately look for plays when I see my letters. So I'm already sort of biased in terms of what I think the value of my rack is. Like this is definitely worse than average. Two U's and a W and double L's. That's absolutely worse than average. There are some positions where this rack is okay though. Any case. Let's see here. Nitz is saying that the term is almost over. Okay. QGG is a below average draw. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think there's any use in talking about what is below average if it doesn't apply to the situation. Like, why would I say, oh, that's a bad draw, and then like play a really good play that draw allowed me to make? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't provide any value whatsoever. Yeah, Pulu is obviously a Collins word. I could play plow keeping ulu, or I could play ulu keeping plow. So this is a situation where the 28-point play is going to go down severely in value because of the UUL it leaves. Whereas this play is okay. But I think it's still better to play plow. Yeah. Let's just play plow. Oh, we can also play it here for a bit less. Maybe, oh, maybe I should play it here. Now, the reason I would do that is I have two of the four L's. So there are only 6 letters that can hook the J. And I'm also sort of limiting a jar hooks. So Jarl and jars can be hooked here, and a jar can be hooked here. And this gives me a spot to play Ulu, or 2 spots even, to play Ulu next turn. Oh, I can also play Lulu. I don't know why I didn't see that until now. Lulu looks pretty good, actually. Lulu saves POW in a couple spots and doesn't use 2 U's. Or doesn't keep 2 U's. Alright. I don't know what's going on anymore. I've drawn another W and another U. That's fun. And it's not that bad, because I can score points. I was gonna play WoW, now I think I have to play Wisp. I guess I could also play Swap. I don't think I want to play Swap, because that puts the S in a very vulnerable spot, and I think the WOU is better than the WIU. The O goes better with the W than the I for short words. So I think I'm going to play Wisp. All right. Lululemon time. Yeah, slightly funnier than Optimal Fish. Yeah, for sure. Churro playing very quickly. This is word validation though, so there won't be any phonying. I haven't played a non-word validation game on stream in a while, I think. An average rack would be the rack that has the average tile value and vowel constant ratio closest to those average among the entire tile set. That's a good definition. Wander says, I'm sure any individual position has a set of draws specific to that position that are above, below, or exactly average. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't think about Scrabble in, oh, this is what I've drawn. Like this is a bad draw. Like I try, or at least I try not to think about Scrabble in that way because of the idea that you can draw QGG into Qigongs or whatever was being suggested. Before I would evaluate what my options or I wouldn't evaluate what my draw was. I would evaluate how good my draw was after I evaluate my options. That way I have a more like specific idea of how good the draw was. And even then, like why would I even it's not even a good idea to think about your draw because it really just distracts you from trying to find the best play. So that's what I try to do. I obviously fail at it pretty hard. uh Layout outlay. Is there some wayward? I don't know. Uh Maybe I just have to play Yao, which is pretty good. 25 points. Maybe Yaw is better. I don't think it is. Yeah, this is interesting. Outlaw. It would be cool to have a 6-letter word here. I looked there briefly, I couldn't find anything. All right, let's play Yao. And we're trying to get through these letters. So Mr. B's favorite part of Scrabble is the challenges. Is that what you're saying? The aspect of words not being validated before play? The bluffing aspect? A lot of people really enjoy the bluffing aspect, but a lot of people hate the bluffing aspect of Scrabble. So it's definitely a divisive thing. I like it a lot. I like how there are aspects of chess strategy, uh, chess strategy sort of thing, same sort of strategizing and stuff. And then there's also the poker-like aspect of bluffing. Oh, official good father. Mr. B loves it. That's great to hear. That's great to hear. Yeah, more people need to come out in support of the bluffing aspect of Scrabble. I'm doing well, official good father. I hope you're doing well as well. Are there void tournaments? There might have been on Woogles. To my knowledge, there's never been a void being word validation live Scrabble tournament. I've never heard of that. People have suggested it, and I scoffed at that suggestion. Because how are you going to really do that? Like if you're over the board in person, you have to check every single play on the dictionary. That seems totally counter to the flow of the game to me. But it could be in person on tablets or on computers, sort of thing. You lost all motivation to study? No, you need to. So, official good father, you need to play now. You need to play a lot. You need to stop studying. So it's a good thing you stopped. And I'm going to explain why in a second. Is this what I do? This is kind of scary to do this. Yeah, I think this is what I do. All right, that could work. Yeah, I was talking about this official good father on my own stream. Basically, what you need to do so that you actually solidify the studying you've done is you need to play a lot of Scrabble now, and use your newfound word knowledge and word solidity. Because if you don't play, you're gonna sort of lose track of like how to play Scrabble. It's like studying physics for like 20 years or studying the physics of bike riding for 20 years and then hopping back on a bike. Like having an understanding of the game is not the same of having the ability to perform. Yes, I did say that, physics. Welcome in. But yeah, you have to play the game. Like that's what you're doing, right? In the end, all of your studying is supposed to pay off in the game. But if you don't play the game and just study, you're gonna fail. And we've seen that multiple times in people that barely play tournaments and study religiously, and then they're supposed to be like the best. They're supposed to have the best knowledge, but then maybe they see a word over the board that they challenge because they're not used to seeing it over the board, even though they've studied it like 20 times, or they just forget how to play and like make really bad strategic decisions on every turn. So I think it's a silver lining, or it's a really good thing that you've lost motivation to study, Gideon. You should just play now and be ready. Okay, Pentagon is the play. Everyone's being hyper in physics class. Your your teacher said he needed to be placed within a cold reservoir. What? What? Oh my goodness. All right. So Pentagon is the play. I don't think I have a bingo. Uh, Maybe if I studied more, I'd see a bingo here. Audit. Yeah, the only thing I see is audial at 15D right over here. Tulati is worse. Hmm. Yeah. I hope I don't get tripled on. Ooh. Poker face, guys. Ah. It was too likely she was gonna play there anyway. You saw a word? What was said word? I might have missed something. Right, Axone Dulia? Oh yeah, Dulia is fine there as well. How much does that score? 36. Audio is 38. Yeah, I think my play is maybe a little bit better. Maybe not though. All right. So we need to bingo here, obviously. We have a lot of bingos that make spa. But nothing making ST, but maybe no. So like Métiers retimes, Meister re-emits. Those are all words. Maybe there's like a really cool 10-letter word. I almost have like temerity through this. I mean, I have it, but maybe there's like aram aram aramitity. Aramitity. I don't even know if there's a word here that would be valid in this. So we're still using Merriam-Webster, I think. That doesn't have 9-letter words. Um, yeah, good one. Good one, physics. Hmm. And yeah, do I play down to this S so that I have better chances of bingoing again? I don't really know. And do I play down here? Hmm. I have to go. She's fast playing me. All right. Um, I don't know. I don't know what to do there. Uh, no blank X. Extremis? Is that a word? Extremity, almost. No blank X. All right. I have COVID. I've been having COVID a lot lately. Uh, not actually, but what about avodicity? Coda? It's no good. Yeah. Yeah, this is not so great. I don't want to keep the V. All right. Well, I'm gonna do it. Not good. I guess the score is close-ish. QWERTYs? Oh yeah, QWERTYs is not a word. In NWL. Dvorak. Is Dvorak a type of keyboard as well? Good to see you the re-inked. Oh my god, I can play Uz. Oh my god, spoiled. Will, why did you mention that? Oh no. I would never have even thought about it. But maybe Churro's gonna use it. Okay, no. Okay, it's been pretty blocked. Okay, good. It's been very well blocked. Oh man. Yeah, UHS is not supposed to be a word. I got completely bamboozled by the bot the other stream a few weeks ago when it played UHS because it's just not a word anywhere. Not a word anywhere. But it's an error that they need to fix eventually. Oh, good one. Yeah, thanks, Will, for reminding me of that. Oh my goodness. Outstared. Outdares. Okay. Should we play Gusto or just Gust? Gust is a lot safer than Gusto. All right, let's do Gust. Ooh. All right. We have a threat. We do have a threat. Oh, we almost have two threats. We almost have two. If HED were a word, we would have two threats. Like we almost have so many words. Look at all these overlap potentials. Wow. That's cool. So, yeah, this is the most tense point in the game. I'm up 4 points, 10 in the bag. I should be favored a little bit. But I might not be. I think who draws the Q is going to be very determinative here. And if you have QI now, you can play it here or here. It's a very weird, very tough position if you don't have like a bingo. But yeah, basically my hope is that my bingo isn't blocked and Churro doesn't bingo through said bingo. Because if Churro plays 3 or more tiles, my bingo is going to empty the bag. And if I empty the bag, Churro gets first move at just bingoing out using all of her tiles and ending the game on the spot. And if that happens, I will for sure lose because not only will Churro get the points for the bingo that will score at least 50 something points, Churro will also get all of the points on my rack, which will easily outscore my bingo. Um, so even if Churro were to score like 5 points or 10 points on this turn, I would lose if we exchanged bingos. So that actually is a benefit for Churro's position, but you have to have that bingo. There are some good letters in here: the N, the T, the E, the A, maybe ING, the L. So some bingo tiles, it's pretty balanced. But there's also the Q, there's also the G, the F, and the B that aren't so good. Yeah. So Ordain, Satiron, Donaires, Inroads. Wow. So just dropping the Q. I mean, it blocks me, but I don't think that's so good. I don't think that's so good for Churro. We're going to have to find out. But I'm just going to play 6 letters here. Yeah, take a decent lead and I guess see what happens. Ordinaries. Wow. All right, now there's like nowhere to bingo for anybody except here. Again, I almost have stuff. And yeah, keep the AS for us. So yeah, I mean, quickly Churro plays what makes sense. Plays off 2 tiles, doesn't empty the bag, but I should be favored here. It's just a question of either scoring well or making a high scoring play. So I'm looking here. Yeah, nothing great here. I guess I could play TIAIS or something for 23, but that doesn't look right. I mean, this is kind of interesting for sure. I could just play that. I think I'm thinking of doing like this. Something here. I know Tony's is not a word. I really want to find a 6-letter word here. I just can't find it. Sonate. Why can't I find it? Huh. I don't know. Not sure what to do. I'm running out of time. But this should be good. This really should be good for me. I'm just gonna play this. And I draw the S. Oh boy. Oh, that's what I played, Surfink. And I drew the S. Which was by far the best draw I could have gotten. So this is probably gonna be good enough. Churro's gonna have to try to go out in two, which is really difficult. But even if she does go out in two, I should have enough. She only has two vowels. Yeah, having three vowels in this position is so much better than having two. Um, no I in the bag. Oh, I'm not playing QIS to block plays here, but Binek does make a good point. Maybe it's better to play here. Itza would have been nice. Tessa, Nessa. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the call was there. But yeah, there was definitely a threat of Churro going here with like abs. But even that I don't think would have been good enough. Because that's not going out into. That's not going out into. Like, the reason you want to not empty the bag in Scrabble is so that you can be the first to go out. Because when you go out, you get your opponent's leftover letters. So it's a huge advantage. If the scores are equal, the person going out has a humongous advantage. But in this specific position, it looks really hard to go out in two when you don't have three vowels. But the spot to go out in two is definitely this area. So if Churro were to have like Blags or something here, I'm not really sure I was outrunning that. Blags for 20, should be down two, and EN or ET go out in a variety of spots. And the question would just remain, would I have enough to outscore that? And I don't really know. It seems like I might not. I'd be up to, say I score 17, I'd be up 19. Need to score like 10 points to go out with EN or ET. Seems, I mean, I don't see it. But it could be there. Yeah, it would have been really close. Huh. Been really close. Yeah, the Q really determines who is favored here. Yeah, not much else to say about that. I guess also there are other options than like belts followed by ag might be enough. Belts or blets if I drew the N. Yeah, this would be a really cool game to analyze. Because I have 16 points for enjoy. Yeah, so 17 for this. That could have been just my best thing. If I didn't draw the S, which is ridiculously lucky. Huh. Yeah, and Juro's gonna spend the rest of her time trying to find a win here, which makes perfect sense. Glare is a nice idea. Whoops. Not really sure what the follow-up is, but yeah, I guess I definitely should have left myself with an out. I could have just played Aeon, whatever. Okay. Yeah, I was putting down phony threes. I was panicking a little bit. Yeah, that was a close one. Okay, never happened. Good. No So nothing ever happened. Is a glare a word? Or is that only Collins? Yeah. So I had Nota and a glare. That was a really good game. Um, yeah. I guess I should have been looking for a sequence, but I wasn't. Yeah, I don't think QIS is right, but I didn't see anything else I liked. Maybe, maybe, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe just Nota. I think there are lots of moves here that I could have made at like c5. I was looking at Anise. I just couldn't be sure that I wasn't giving a bingo back, but playing something like Anise in that position is what you want to do. Again, because you're going out, you want to go out first. So if you play Anise keeping TONS, TOES, pretty much like most of your draws are going to go out at D1 and also at M7, making Ska, or even at M5, making Het and Lido. So that's the sort of play I wanted to make. But you just have to calculate at that point in the game. You're supposed to have enough time to calculate through all 8 draws that you might get. Obviously, I didn't have time to do that, but in an over the board tournament, I would have wanted to have at least 8 minutes just to calculate a couple plays in my head, calculate a couple lines to see if they were sound. And so it's playing my move, playing my opponent's move, and then playing my next move, just to see if that wins. And some people can do that very quickly. I can't. I can't do it very quickly. But it's a skill you need to have if you're going to play at the highest level. Anywho, all right. Good luck, Dustin. Good luck. This is a dead rack, right? This looks like there could be a word here, but it's dead. Have some more tea. We're already halfway done, guys. I miss you already. But yeah, whenever you keep me under 400 points, that's well done. That is well done. Okay, am I overlooking something here? Estwald. Looking through this L, I've already determined that I don't see something through the G. Egotized is also dead. Actually, I had a position where egotized would be playable in the tournament I attended last weekend. But what about through the L? Teilostst. I don't see it. Don't see it. Tile does. I've had this position. There's nothing. Okay. I think I've had like a similar situation before, and there were no bingos. You phonied with ego ties? Oh no. All right. So the next best thing here is what? It's just playing off DOE, TOE, or OE probably somewhere, or even GO8 I could do. Yeah, something like DOE or ODE. They're all kind of the same. They all have some benefits, some problems. I guess I could play just OE. I don't really like that. Some J plays could happen. But OE is the fish. That's the fish that Dustin would have his fish emote for if he were in chat. Which he might be. And Geoid. Every letter I play that makes my rack a little bit worse is going to allow me to score a little bit more. So yeah, everything is so close. In this position, um, ode would be nice if it didn't set up this scoring spot and if it didn't take an A as well as an S. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go with ode. And I have no idea what the best play was there because everything is such a wash in those positions. Like it's just pick your poison. How much do you want to score more? Do you want to bingo more? Do you want to open more? Do you want to chill more, play defense more? Yeah. It's just those are sorts of positions that it's very hard to motivate oneself to actually study. It's very hard to determine what the best play is and like even think about the plays. Like I just usually just go with my intuition on what I think looks best. And obviously that's not the best approach, but it's the only approach I know for that sort of thing. Um yeah. Osteoid almost fit. Yeah, okay. So these positions when you don't quite have a bingo will come up a lot and they are important to understand. Um but yeah, sometimes you'll have if you don't have an S, um, and you have a 28 point double double, often that is the best play. Um, right off the opening, if you have like bingo tiles, and not quite a bingo, the best play if you don't have an S is often a double double. If you do have an S, it's very close. If you have like a 32 point double double, it often is the best play to use your S for that. Um, but 28 point, usually you keep your S. I mean, these positions have happened so often. I've kind of remembered what's happened in them and what the results of simulation were. All right, so is this a word or is it just, yeah. So it's just metrist. So metrist is 74 here and is less here. So I'm going to play it for 74. I guess I could also play emitters for 72. That looks better because it takes away this huge, huge B10 bomb here. Although it doesn't, because remitters is a word. Huh. And termites doesn't really do anything. Termites doesn't address what I'm trying to do because it still allows, might even facilitate plays at B10. But forcing the letter at B12 to be an R, I think is a good practice here. Also, three-letter words are less possible. A node is a word as well, so plays could fit here extremely nicely. So let's see if we draw into one of those. All right, so we screwed ourselves. Now I can't play J. I played metrist. I might be able to play J for 60. Or the 59. Or 61. But I can still play it here, maybe. Stays open. We have a really cool play at H10 actually. If you guys can spot it in chat, there's actually a couple of plays. One is significantly better than the other. But 6-letter words that play through this E. Really, really important to find in this position. Almost missed them myself. But we'll have to see what Dustin does. Binax sees them. Great. That's one. That's one E's. All right, a node. Dustin does spot a node. That's really nice. So just briefly looking for a play here. I don't have a 5-letter word. And here it is. Look at that. Look at that. VJ. Very nice. 57 points. Jazz Bunzo saw it too. Let's go. Awesome. All right. I only see one 5-letter word on this rack. I'm just eyeing this spot this whole time. I only see one 5-letter word, and it doesn't make a phony. It doesn't make a valid 3-letter word. Canoers. Oh, that reminds me of such a funny clip. While you guys look for the best play here, I'm pretty sure I found it already. But it reminds me of how canoeable is a word. Canoeable. And I had this hilarious reaction to learning canoeable is a word. It's on the Scrabble Clips channel on YouTube. Subscribe to Scrabble Clips. This is a great play here. There might be something better, but 41 points. It's very nice. Sir Fink is seeing everything. Sir Fink. Just, you gotta stop. You're too good. Fink's been killing it at Scrabble lately. Sir Fink stream when? Come on, Sir Fink. You gotta stream again. Not good enough to be one Axer typo, though. What? Yes, you are. Oh, to beat. Yeah, you could beat me sometimes. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let's run a poll. I'm gonna run a poll to satisfy Sir Fink or not. How often would Sir Fink beat Axer typo? 1 in better than 1 in 2. Better than 1 in 3. Better than 1 in 4. Better than 1 in 5. And worse than 1 in 5. All right. That is a poll. If you're familiar with math terminology. Yeah, DJ is a good start. Definitely. Yeah. And also JV. JV also a word. So how often would Sir Fink, even if you know nothing about Sir Fink or about me, I urge you to answer in this poll. It's extremely important to me and to Sir Fink to see what the result of this poll is. All right. I saw this play when I drew my tiles. Doesn't keep the best leave, duplicate letters, but boy, does it score well. And look at that. Look at that draw, folks. That is a Sir Fink beating draw. That is a draw I would use to defeat Sir Fink. Absolutely. It's not important to you. Sir Fink's the better person in this fight. Most draws would defeat you. Let's see. Do I have any 8s? There are definitely some naughty possibilities here that I won't get into. All right, what's the poll saying? More than 1 in 2. 3 people think Sir Fink would beat me. Would beat me more than 50% of the time. See, that's what I told you, Sir Fink. We're afraid of you. We're totally afraid of you. 1 and 8. Oof. I guess this was a bad poll because all of the first four options could coincide with each other. Like if Surfing beats me more than 50% of the time, Surfing also beats me more than a third or a fourth or a fifth of the time. Oh man, my math days are long over. Sorry, Chess Bunzo. Chess Bunzo is a math teacher, math professor. Surfing thinks 1 and 8. Guess we'll never know. All right, so I think this is a word. No, it's not. Okay. Darn. I did think that was a word. What am I thinking of? There are probably a bunch of words like that. Huh. Yeah, this is definitely a position where I am very likely to miss something. And Wander 15 is not likely to miss something. All right. Alidado. Addilo blank. Oof. So I see dialogued through an E. That's the only thing I see. There has to be more than that. V. And sometimes the key in this position is I convince myself that I'm missing something, and then I spend 6 minutes and I don't find it. Or I do find it. Usually I don't. But I try to convince myself um that I'm not spending my time fruitlessly. Um that's the idea. Because I don't know. Validoid. Diploidal. Oof. Yeah, like dol cladodic. Oh, that could have been a word. Dal. Almost like daedalic, which isn't even a word. Oh man. This is a struggle. This is quite the struggle. Die. Huh. Dimodal? Oof. Oof, 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 oof. Dalamoid, alkaloid. All right, I give up. I give up. Something through F's. Huh. Ooh, daffodil. That's so nice, Spinac. That is so, so nice. Fish for armadillo? I did not spot daffodil. That is fantastic. I definitely would have missed daffodil through an F there. Uh, all right. So is there validing, dialing? I still am going to struggle. This is where I burn so much time in tournaments, just looking for these blank bingos. I almost prefer like not drawing any blanks because of it. So if you're ever playing me in a tournament, feel free to draw both blanks. It'll make my my job of trying to find the best play a lot easier. Uh, in double. Hmm. Sounds good, churro. Oh man. Induziel. Oh, why are you giving me more spots, Dustin? At this point, if I see something, I'm just gonna play it. There aren't that many IC words. People think IC is a great suffix. It really isn't, but I mean, if I'm gonna have something, I would probably have something. No, give me my blank back. Almost virginal. Venditti. Join. Uh, man. Oh, I'm losing my mind here. This one is like so much likelier than the last one. Yeah. Don't draw blanks, folks. Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue. Something I struggle to do is make the blank in my head a vowel. Dialonic, indicial, avidinal. Yeah, I don't know. Keep fishing. Oof. Will didn't see anything. Well, if Will didn't see anything, that's good. That's good for my chances. Yeah, time is important. It is. Now I'm still in the same position. Inviable. Bilabial. Biennial. Albinic. I don't even want to keep looking. I just want to draw like heavy letters. There you go. Okay, I don't want to look for a bingo anymore. Maybe there's like albinial or something. There was probably one there. If there wasn't one in the other turns, I can't be lucky. I can't be forever lucky that I'm not missing a bingo. Oh man. Yeah, this is a terrible play. Just giving back so much potential. Dianodal. Okay. Well, I really appreciate this, what you're doing here. Will knows that like it warms my soul when he's like, "Oh, I don't see anything either. I don't think you missed anything." Yeah, lucky he didn't have any scoring stuff. And I get to score 63 without looking for a bingo. Oh, isn't that nice? Oh man. Die a nodal. Yeah, there's not enough room for nines through these letters, sadly. But there is enough room for like something here. Like iridenta. Iridenta. I mean, there's not enough room for iridenta, obviously. Dicentra. Yeah, D-renta. Binomials! No! Oh, that's so findable. Oh, binomials. Oh, but that's when I like stopped looking through tiles because I was too low on time. Yeah, you gotta look through everything, folks. Oh man, binomials. That's my oh man. Binomials. That's my that's what I usually do. I usually cook my own meals. Okay, that was my attempt at making a joke. Yeah, binomials making Yagi was definitely available. Oh, much better than my play. That's for sure. Oh, that hurts. But I mean, it's better to have not missed like an 8-letter word. Missing 9-letter words. Obviously, at some point, I have to stop missing 9-letter words if I want to be the very best that no one ever was, sort of thing. But at this point, I need to start by not missing 8-letter words, and I'm a long way from that. To spot them is my real test. To study them is my cause. I will travel across the land, bingoing far and wide. Teach Scrabble friends to understand the power that's inside. Okay. Do I have a play here? Just blocked the only play I saw, which was curvy. Oops. Vape. Let's do vape. No. Let's do cave. Thank you, Pachi. At least someone appreciated it. All right. What's Dustin gonna do? Is he gonna make my life difficult? I think he is. Because I've been making his life difficult this whole time. But I'm assuming maybe AW will come down for 5. I'm gonna have to maybe let him have it. And what it is, I don't know. I don't see a bingo with EILNSZ blank. Yeah, I don't see it, so. There might be like nizzles. I don't think that's a word. But yeah. All right. We missed binomials. Binac, obviously, I don't assume saw that on his own, but definitely a findable play. Um, yeah. So what am I thinking here? I'm thinking of playing Putto. Not not Pu'u but Putto. You did find that on your own? Oh my god. Every time I assume Bynak found something on his own, he tells me he didn't. And then every time I think he used help, he did find it on his own. Ooh. Twizzles. Twizzles. I assume the W or the Z or Z was in the bag. Alright. Putto it is. Let's see. Hit me with your best shot, Dustin. Almost waltzes. Just close. Chessbuzzer doesn't believe Bynak. Should we make another poll? Do you believe Bynak? Ooh, I have a game from Oxygen MO. Wonder what the second word is. If you're in chat, don't tell me. I'm gonna guess. Oxygen Monkey? That's my first guess. Oxygen Monkey. What's my second guess? Huh. Oxygen Moon? Oxygen Moon is my second guess. What's my third guess? Oxygen Movement. No, like none of those make really sense. Like really sense? Yeah, that's a sentence. None of those guesses make any sense. Does somebody have a better guess as to the second word of my challenging opponent's name? Oxygen Mosque? Motor? Oxygen mononucleosis? That makes perfect sense. I don't know. We'll find out when we accept this challenge. Oxygen monitor? Yeah, that makes sense. It doesn't, but those don't sound like usernames. That's my only thing. It could be automatically generated. Gerchie gifting a sub to Will. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. You were typing Moxygen. Oh, oxygen, moxygen. That is great. I like that idea. All right, let's take the challenge. Let's see what it says. Oh, none of you got it. Oxygen monobromide. What is oxygen monobromide? Any chemists in chat? Oxygen monobromide. I feel like I've seen this before. I've seen this name before, I think. Oh, is it? Oh my god, is this the thing that I think this is what happened in my text to speech that one time. Oh man. I think that's what it is. Oh, there was this hilarious text to speech when somebody was trying to use Scrabble notation. Dan Trapdoor thinks maybe as an ion. It is a thing because text to speech said oxygen monobromide when it was supposed to be something else being text to speech. OBOL. Yeah. O parentheses B. Oh, it was Boride? Okay, then whoever made this username is either not a fan of my text to speech mishap or also misheard it or misremembered it. But yeah, that does remind me more of what happened, boride rather than bromide. Anyways, we play Mayo here. This is really interesting because we have the Y hook, but no real way to exploit it. I could play Mimosa. I could go for a Mimosa. Set up the Y and set up scores here. That's actually not a terrible play, Mimosa. But I think Mayo is a lot better. But I do need to get used to finding plays that use up my um my S, because I missed a bunch of those in my most recent tournament. All right, so the reason I would play Mayo here is to make it more likely I can use the MM next turn, but also, excuse me, the problem with this is if I do bingo, which is another thing that I want to do, it's going to slot a letter in the triple more often than not. I'm much happier protecting potentially the bows or bows hook and bingoing from J2 and dealing with the potential consequences of opponent having the other Y or having better plays here. Mayo Mimosa. Yeah, today is Cinco de Mayo. Unless it's already tomorrow where you are, or it's already today, but today being the tomorrow of, object permanence. Oh, also HM would have been possible. So yeah, this is definitely the better option. Now that I draw the H, I see HM could have been possible. All right. So Zaz comes down, and this is a bad case scenario for our intentions. Our intentions were completely destroyed. So, should we spend the rest of the game going for bowstring? I think so. I think that's a great plan. Do I play him, or do I play Or do I play him here? It's more of a staircase that way. That's a good draw. It's better than average, I would say. Juiced. Juices D. Judicares. Justiced. Judies. Yeah, going for bowstring is going to require never playing bows. Which might not be that likely. Judicially. Yeah, extra judicially if WTF is here. That was the 15 that WTF played once in a game. In a Scrabble game. 15-letter words. Not every day. Not every day you see 15-letter words. Yeah, this is a long game. 25 minutes per side. That is tournament time control. There should be more than just 25 minutes plus 10 minutes overtime, but that is the standard for tournament play these days. Hopefully that will eventually change to to open up to different time controls. I'm thinking blitz time controls, like 5 minutes per side, is a great idea. Maybe even 10 minutes rapid, 15 minutes rapid is a great rapid format. 20 minutes has been tried a few times. I think it's quite good. 20 minutes per side. And maybe even longer. Maybe even longer. Okay, bowstring is no longer available. So we can play Jupes 44, or we can play Juiced for 34. And now we have to wonder, how much is this leave worth? ES, one of the best 2-tile leaves, versus CID. Is it a 10-point difference? And to determine how I'll approach this situation, I'd consider that both plays have a similar level of defense. Jupes might be a little bit worse on defense because some plays can play underneath here for a large score, making JO. Some plays can play here. So I'd say this is maybe -1, -2 points defense-wise. Also, you can play bingos from the S, so I'd go for -2. So let's score this as 42. And then we go and look at juiced 34. Let's look at the leave value. ES is worth, wow, it won't let me put the, did you see, I see that? That's funny. Every time I try to put, okay, not get distracted. Let's not get distracted. So juiced, the leave here is worth probably 12 or 11 points. But look at where the S spots on the board are. Just shim. That's the only spot ending in S, which is what you're looking for with S spots. Zaz is available, but it's not a big concern. So the S spots aren't great. So the S isn't super valuable. But I do think this is still slightly better than Jupes. I think the leave of Jupes is slightly worse than 0, if not 0. Given the defense, the lack of defense here, and given the leave value difference, I think juiced is slightly better. So that's the sort of calculation I would have time to do in a 25-minute over the board game. Have I ever played a 15? No, Gertchie, I have not. Never ever. I want to. Played a 14, but it wasn't even a word. Fist for Jacuzzi, make this a hot tub stream. Longer would be nice. Yeah, so the only issue with longer time controls is if the game is dead. Like, if someone's up by a ton, that's not very encouraging. So there needs to be resignations allowed in longer time formats. So that's the only caveat. All right, so anureses. There isn't a word here. There isn't a 7. There's nothing through the H. You haven't even played a 9? 9s are super rare. You've never played a 1? I've played a 1. I win. Alright, so now do we like the ERSU or the ENSU leave? There have been 0 R's played, so I'm sort of reluctant to keep an R, even though I think this is normally a slightly better leave. I'd rather play the first R of the game. But maybe I shouldn't do any of that and I should just play Hue and Fish, because I am down slightly. No, I think this is fine. All right, I think we've drawn into something. Yes, we have. Playing a 9 by extending is doable. Bingoing with a 9, yeah, very difficult. Like, I had one available last game. You don't. I'd say a 9 is available every. Is Will still here? What would Will say to this? I think every 5 games at the top level, 9 is available for either side or for both sides. I'd say for one person. Yeah, for one person every 5 games is what I meant to say originally, but then I changed it. So every 5 games, you have a 9 available. It's not necessarily the best play. Wow, 1 in 15? Yeah, I have no idea. So does neither does Will. All right, we're getting somewhere. But yeah, they're very rare. They're very rare. It also depends on your style. Like for example, Mac Meller's style. Mac Meller has 9s available like every other game because that's just the way he plays. I don't know why, but it is just the way he plays. Yeah, best use of time studying 9s like physics does. So yeah, we only have one spot for the bingo. So if it's blocked, what do we do? Hub? Pie holes, nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right, so I guess now we have subtones, which I can't imagine could be any better. It scores one fewer and doesn't leave a triple triple open, but it leaves very, very easy scoring compared to this one. But I guess if I were ahead, I would not want to play this subtone. If I were ahead by a lot. Yeah. All right, didn't draw a blank, so they could have both blanks. They could have a triple triple. But we did draw into narrate, which doesn't have a home right now. You play 9 for 8 points? No, you have to play it for 9 points. There was a guy that already knew all of the words, that he would study 15-letter words, and he thought that was like the best use of his time. But he wasn't very good at the game itself. This is what I was referring to earlier about Official Good Father not having the motivation to stream around a week from a tournament. I don't think you should be cramming word study a week from a tournament. Maybe a week is fine, but then you have to play. You really have to practice with the game rather than just learning more and more words. And that's why I was alluding to that as well in my own stream, how like I feel like there are words that I would always just be totally sure of now that I'm not sure of anymore. And it might be because I'm losing, because my brain's at like max capacity and I'm just losing words as I learn words. But I think it's mostly because I haven't been playing as much. Um, and so I've been worried about like things that I would be totally familiar with if I played more. That's always been my practice. Play way more than you study. I mean, after all, that's what we're doing. We're playing. We want to play Scrabble. Learning the words is just something you need to do to be the best. But I think playing is why we all are here. Is there any word that scores the same as itself? Yes, 12. Yeah, Jess Bunzo knows. Face value. There's probably more. 16. No, 16 scores 14. 12 is the only one. Oh my god, Nouting. Oh, I'm in trouble. Oh, this is really bad now. Oof. This is very, very bad. Uh, how do I win now? I don't know. Hmm. I have no idea what to do. Something like this. It's too easy to play here. Ay, ay, ay. Bar. That doesn't make sense. I'm actually like in significant trouble here. But I think I want to play off AR. Do I want to play Rad? Do I want to play Rap? Yeah, let's play Rap. I don't know that this is any good. Okay. We did not draw onto the triple, but we did draw elsewhere on the board. I really don't know what the best play was there. That was a very complicated position. But I do know that I was in pretty severe trouble. Maybe I should have just played like area or something and scored points. I don't really know. The problem is I couldn't block this spot really with anything decent. And if I'm not blocking this spot, I'm going to be down like 100 points very often. So, yeah, setting up a trap. That looked like a great play. I mean, I think you should have played the W instead. But that was the right idea, Dustin, I would say. Yeah, this game is going to take us well past the end of the 2 hour period, but I'm gonna give you guys some extra time. Some extra fun Scrabble time. AN. Oh, he's talking to Dustin. Did it give me a hook? I don't think it did. But even if that sort of play doesn't give me a hook, like I can still block whatever you're setting up. So that's not a huge concern. What you're basically doing is making my work a bit more difficult. Which is totally fine. But that's the sort of play you want to make, just to threaten something. It's not usually going to work out for you. You're not going to get the bingo you want, really, but it'll slow me down in my tracks enough. Okay, so I can play Revenant here or here. I think I want to play it here. The spot that this other Revenant creates here is not ideal. This spot too. And I'd rather leave some more space open on this side to maybe bingo again. I guess this also creates an X bomb. So, but yeah, I think I still want to do it this way. Okay. That is a problem, I think. Is there a P for Kuf? No. But yeah, I was very lucky that opponent didn't have a better way of blocking this than leader for 21. So now the game is close. But I'm not really going to be able to play my Q this turn, I don't think. I'm gonna have to play off other letters. Veg, okay. That gives me some hope as well. Do I play Goth for 30? Play Hide for more. But yeah, that's terrible to leave that stuff. You normally want to play off a lot of letters when you have the Q to try and draw maybe a U or some play with the Q. All right. Goth it is. Okay, we drew a blank. Again, things are looking okay. Maybe. I can drop the Q now for 21. I can play QI here. I think it all depends on what opponent does. I can play Kadi even. That's not terrible. This board is tough to bingo on, other than this spot, which gives back a lot of points. So I think scoring is the way to go, maybe. Yeah, I think you're gonna see me use my blank, unless that spot is blocked. See me use my blank for less than 50. Now we have the Vega spot, which isn't a huge deal. Veg blocked like potential big plays in these two areas. Yeah, now plays here exist. So I have Caddy here as well to block the X. Yeah, the X bomb is going to be an issue. Sex plays, XU plays, Sax plays. So if you have any vowel other than the I and the X, you can use it. I've also created another X spot with Goth, but that only scores 35 and is of little concern at the moment. Flighter is not a word. Oh, there's like deciliter, deciliter, no C's left. I think those could be words. But don't tell me yet, because it could come into play if I want to go for them or not. And yeah, I think that's about it for this position. Not much else to look for. Just have to wait and see what oxygen monobromide does. Yeah, quay is a great word. Anyways, I'm really excited. I didn't realize that I didn't remember that the school Scrabble stream was happening so soon. That's gonna be fantastic. I think I'm looking forward to it. Opponent's having some trouble with consonants. I think I have to do this. Although I sort of want to block this spot now. Ooh, daffodil almost. All right, I'm up 37. Which is not really enough to outrun a bingo. So it's only layoff. Something like this is a great way to block the board. So Baffy or Biffy. I think Biffy is what I'm thinking of doing next. And that actually scores 32 because of how much points the letters are worth. Guess that's the best way to explain that. I guess I also have like Faye. So yeah, what I'm most worried about here is an X-bomb or a bingo. And if either of those things happen, I'm going to be on my back foot for sure. Unless I get a great play with like iffy. But no, I have the last O. So yeah, actually this is a problem. Any vowel that opponent might have that would go here is not going to give me a big comeback play with the F or the Y. And Leicester is even worse. X-bomb emote? Yeah, that would be great. All right, so you might want to block the X-bomb here in this position, but if opponent has the X, I don't know. Yeah. This brings me close, leaves one in the bag, but like Wax scores 47, Oxo scores so much. So I might have to bank on drawing the X here. The X is pretty much as valuable as the blank in this position, if not more valuable. So fitly, if I draw the X, I should be good. Maybe not. I might still lose after fitly and drawing the X. Yeah, this is very bad for me. Yeah, I could win. So I get fax and I get sax. Can't block both at the same time. I'm gonna maximize my chance of drawing the blank too. If opponent has the X, that's it. I'll be down 60 points. They'll have 5 letters. That's not. So I just need the X here or a bingo. Um X or a bingo. How Oof. This looks really, really, really bad. This complicates things maximally, I guess. But I think it really just falls short so much of the time. So I can't really draw into a bingo after this. Yeah, everything looks like dead. I guess the other consideration is like Faye. Faye going for the X, but they can just block now. Like if they have the W, just playing SEW or SAW should be enough. Because now I no longer have this spot to score with the X. I only have this spot, which isn't going to be good enough. All right, so I think I'm doing fitly going for the X. That's my final answer. And yeah, okay. And that will be it. They're going to play sex, and I will not be able to win. No, this is a great game. Yeah, very good game. All right. Oof. Oh, where are my letters? There it is. Another magic trick for you guys. Leicester City. Big oaf. Yeah, my opponent played very well and very they seem to be very familiar with how to like use their time. Ah, wow. Those are awesome extensions. But yeah, they seem to be very what do you call it? Deliberate. The way they played was very deliberate. Oh, impoliter and kiloliter. Nice. But yeah, I don't know if I'm the only one that noticed that. So yeah, kudos to the opponent on this game. I guess it would have been sort of complicated if I played soy and drew the A. I'd probably just play Oxo. They're up 30 points or 30, 40 points, and yeah. Look, the glitch happened again if Will's still here, where there's a letter hidden under a letter on the board. The letter on the board is forever changed. All right. PU and Irid is going to play here, and or Rhea. Oh, Izar. Wow, that's a nice endgame too. Izar. Pico leader. That should be a word. But yeah, well done. Oh, they played Raya. Well done to opponent. 406, 449. All right. Is Will here to guide a raid somewhere? Very well played. Very, very well played. How many bingos was that? One, two. Oh, Leicester City. That's what the joke was. One, two, three. Three bingos. Okay. All right. Who should we raid? I don't have it in front of me. I don't have people streaming in front of me. So it's your choice. Dealer's choice, Will. Thanks again, everybody, for watching, for being here as usual. It's always fun to hang out. Same time, same place next week. Austrian Foundering. What are each of them doing? I would probably say Austin, but Foundering is also amazing. Anyways, who is oxygen monobromide? It doesn't matter. They want to be anonymous. That is totally up to them. I respect that. Just like Charles Dance said in Game of Thrones. All right, we're rating Foundering, guys. Be ready for some wackiness. It's dust. All right, goodbye and good night. Give Foundering my love.